Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ips from Crack Clan, and we're gonna present to you another Crack Clan close-up. This time not of some of our members, but we're actually gonna start to mentor some of you subscribers from our YouTube channel. We're gonna see a scout called KKR on the map called CP Gollywash, and they're gonna be playing against the Crack Clan squad, the purple one. And I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna start the demo in 3, 2, 1.
Let's go!
So there we go. Usual setup. No off-classing by his team in the first round, which is already a good sign. They're just testing the waters. He's going choke to protect his demo, I presume. Relax a bit, gets completely destroyed. Let's pause here in 3, 2, 1. I'm on tick 1750. I guess that has something to do with lag that he died and he couldn't really do something on his first middle. Also, it was a nice play by CC Purple, just rushing one side immediately, having a lot of pressure on his demo men and the top side in general. If he wants to continue going through choke and CC Purple wants to continue pressuring that choke, a counter to that strategy would be for him to maybe play through drop down or go over mid and then jump over the little roof to his own choke. I guess we're going to see him doing that more often now, but that's just for the future. I'm going to unpause the demo now in 3, 2, 1. So his team gets some picks in exchange. Everybody dies now. Guess that scout's gonna get taken down as well. A usual thing that I see people do now is that they start or tend to play sniper from balcony to get like the medic force on second or a lucky drop or whatever. It's a smart decision for him to just stay back here because his teammates died so late on sniper they couldn't really assist him or cover him on balcony. He stays back on last, survives, and maybe should go for a pyro play or a heavy play in that scenario. He's giving some side though at the moment into Riverside, which is really good that they have every entrance covered. He didn't went for a buff before that Uber fight happened, so he has to play really defensive now. The enemy team is focusing their heavy down and now playing point. There's not a lot that he's going to be able to do here now, and he's just going to die on the point, I guess. That's an easy cap for CC. I'm gonna pause the demo in 3, 2. Like I said, he did a good job of not contesting second there and going for a hero play on sniper. The problem there was he gave side into Riverside. The enemy team always had charge. Their medic never died, and instead of like waiting in Riverside, being fairly separated from the heals, he should have been with his medic when the enemy team were close to getting in, so he would be playing on full buff instead of 125 HP, because there was enough time for that. They had a nice defense setup. Maybe with that buff he would have survived a bit longer. It's a fairly difficult situation to even hold as a scout. I see that like non-Uber versus Uber is already pretty hard. Maybe a pyro player would have bought his team vital time, and none of them was actually playing pyro, so the Uber could just walk in and basically destroy his team. I'm gonna unpost the demo in 3, 2, 1. So let's check us out if he's going into his own choke again. He has a buff. See, he's going over mid now. Like I said, there was a lot of pressure last time on top left, so he's going there. Fails his jump here. Goes over mid now. Goes on the enemy team. Let's pause the demo here. 3, 2, 1. So he arrived on middle. He took he turned some phases around. That soldier started to focus him. He is falling, like he fell back into a more defensive role, or almost playing on his little roof again. Had hit some nice shots on this soldier. The soldier is completely destroyed right now. We're on tick 8180. His team is reasonably good setup. He has a scout mate with him on the point that just defended him from a flanker. His roaming soldier is in, jumping the combo. Medic is uncontested in choke, so it's a good setup, and it's going to be interesting to see how he works off this. Maybe he, I would, in his case, would go for a quick buff from his medic on the left side and then try to get these frags that are in this choke point on right in front of him. I'm gonna unpause in 3, 2, 1. Okay, his roaming soldier died. He's reasonably weak. He's still capping. This is good. Should get healed up now. His medic was right behind him. He's not going for these heals, which is weird. So he could now be buffed. Still no buff for him. They're taking their time.
Thanks, Doc.
Let's pause the demo here in 3, 2, 1. His team won middle fight relatively easy. They saw the weakened player falling out of main, or not main, like a Victor, as we call it in CC. And the better decision for the scouts and the combo, or the whole team, his whole team, should have been to go through choke, not to decide that people were falling through, and just go on the point and kept the CP. Instead, now they separated their scouts from their combo here. There could be 2 scouts and a soldier just waiting here in the lower in the shutter door and destroying their flank, and then the cap is basically gone already. It's just no need for this flanking play from the 2 scouts here. They could just play with their combo and do the cappage up and let the combo and the roaming soldier pressure forward. Gonna unpause in 3, 2, 1. So now they're like, nobody's on the cap point. They lose someone, still nobody on the cap point, and they're basically stalled out of Victor now. Like, there's no room for the scouts to play on. They're getting into a stalemate. Like, KKR doesn't know what decision to make. They're losing tons of people here, and now they have to fall back. So basically, they separated themselves from another, couldn't really play with each other, and that was it. Maybe he's getting a medic here. Could be a great pick for him. Missing a lot of shots. Decides to fall out. He should stop now, like with the hero play. He tried his hero play, he got spotted, he should run out. He will get taken down here easily. Nobody's gonna drop down to him. And he's gonna, if he keeps on doing this, he's gonna die really, really late. Yeah, exactly. He's not gonna be there to defend second with his team, so they will have to give up second here as well. Yeah. Everybody's out of position. I think they're gonna get flanked any second. There's the flanker. The sniper's in position in Victor as well. The sniper's just gonna body shot people. And yeah, he respawns. Again, like I said, the hero play on the medic failed, or the pick play should have taken a chance to survive to be able to defend this here. CC's taking their time. They're just basically messing around with that soldier now. And yeah, he has to fall out of this area here. Can't contest second. Huge Uber advantage again for CC purple. I don't see a heavy or a pyro. And we know that the enemy team has a sniper up, so we should be holding reasonably close to the choke points, which means riverside or shutter door on top left. 4 people on top left now, just standing around. And yeah, CC just comes in and caps the point. It feels a bit headless what is going on. It seems like the team Haze here hasn't found their groove yet. Their team play, their coordination, everybody's just playing their own little game. Just choosing to go through big door again, and maybe this time hits the jump, pecks the scouts really early. Let's pause now in 3, 2, 1. Good play to go up the middle point and just put some time on the point, tech the scouts a bit. I would personally wait for another second, like for my demo to assist me with spam on the scouts before I actually take on that duel, because if these scouts in front of him would have coordinated together with the spam of their demo that was right in front of him, it would have been such an easy pick for them. One sticky that's you, deaded in your face, attacks you for 80 damage. The scouts do 20 damage per shot, maybe from that distance, and then you're basically gone off mid. So, it was a really risky play, and if CC Purple is smart and they saw how you play mids now as KKR, they will try to shut you down and make you weak on the mids already. You have reasonably good HP here now, and you're in a flanker position. Your whole team is controlling the enemy team in terms of setup. You have a nice little area field here, or field control, a nice little line. and a nice little force field you can work on. And I'm gonna unpause in 3, 2, 1. You're just falling back, not rushing the frags, which is really good already. Should be with your medic now buffing up again. Like, there's no point in this whole this what you do here. Taking damage on the flank is definitely not going to help out your team. I see. Now you're taken down. Mold on 3 HP destroys both of your scouts and is on your Romero middle now. So you have to give up second probably. No, oh no, your heals are on second. Alright. So you're gonna get this point. You're changing spawn.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
What's happening? Somebody just AFK. Okay, we're on scout. Alright. Second point is getting contested. You're in the flank. Let's pause in 3, 2, 1. Again, you were in the flanking position. You saw the scout right in front of you with the medic here, not seeing you at all, and you decided to go for 3 damage pistol shots over distance, which makes them aware of your positioning. Instead, what you should do next time is, you know, then they're not aware of you at all. They're looking at your team. Your team is making distraction for you, basically, even if it's not on purpose at that time. It's distraction for you. You could go into lower, try to flank the combo in main. They're not aware of you. They're probably weakened already, and you get kills instead of this here. Like, because the 3 damage pistol shots, they have no purpose. This is just fooling around. I'm gonna unpause in 3, 2, 1. Now that you've it, scout is gonna rush you. You're not taking the one-on-one, that's a wise decision. You don't know what is around the corner and your team is falling out. See, now you're with your team in choke and you're actually just walking up the point, which is not what you did before when you went through big door and not capping it. So you're in a perfect position here. You're really assisting your team. They have multiple targets to work on. They're getting the frags. You're just buying time here. That heavy's gonna get focused down now. Yeah, really nice play. Good job. Working up on the riverside here. Always worth checking if there's stickies here on left and right. But I guess the demo just died, so I'm just talking nonsense here. Yeah, your team is working a point. You're behind the demo, so he's gonna get taken down. The heavy has to die. The heavy will die. There's a lot of people on the point now, which is a problem for your capping combo. Your team rushed it there a bit too much. Didn't really have a nice read on the respawning time of CC Probable. Half of the point is capped now, so your team, if you team up again and group up again, you can basically work the point, but they're pushing out. Okay. Again, you lost the player really late, so it's gonna be tough for you to contest.
Time has been added.
Checking out here behind enemy lines. It's a good play. It's really risky though, because people try to get to big door now to go to mid, so if they come as a respawn wave, they will find you. Oh, you have a good read on the respawn times now. Just hiding for that one scout pick in. If you don't get that, you're gonna get that. That scout's AFK, alright. Yeah, good job. And you're just running out here. Last time you took a hero play on second or mid. You're running out, nice. Not outnumbering the team for the last hold, just coming back, making sure your team has numbers up. Good play. Now you're building, that's good. Your soldier shouldn't be even standing here. If you're there to build, your soldier can control area aggressively. But he's just standing there. Not using the room that you enable him with your equalizer, with your Boston Bishop. So 3, yeah. You're not gonna win this fight. Okay, I'm gonna unpause the demo here and explain to you what happened. 3, 2, 1. Like I said, when you build and you're close to charge, there's absolutely no reason for your soldiers to even be close to your medic. And what your team ended up was that The enemy Uber just came in reasonably uncontested. They almost walked to the point and then Ubered while your team was clumped up on the left and right in front of the spawn gates, basically giving too much respect to the team, too much credit for something that they haven't even done yet. They haven't even Ubered in, so there's nothing really gonna happen. It's not really your fault. It comes down to your soldiers' positioning, and that was basically really poor in that scenario. And you try to did a good job there with like contesting the point afterwards and making them stop to cap, and you can't really defend it on your own if your soldiers are down. I'm gonna unpause in 3, 2, 1.
Go, go, go! Play ball! Alright, stupid!
Choosing the right side again. Taking a lot of damage initially. You're down to 70 HP. I'm gonna pause here. 3, 2, 1. This mid, from the beginning on, like I said earlier, what CC Purple will try to do to you, because they know your scouts are playing reasonably aggressive on the point, is that they try to take HP off you, so you're not able to do all crazy plays and all crazy flank plays on mids and trying to wrap around, and you're basically forced to play really cautious. And they attacked you really early. You're down to 71 HP. You're in the flanking move already. I don't really believe that's going to be too successful, considering that you just lost a soldier to his scouts, so you don't really have distraction going on that much, and that medic is just spotting you perfectly fine. In that scenario, it's tough to make a decision, like you feel like letting your team down if you don't commit to it too much, but maybe you should be the last one to get in if you take so much damage. Like even later, like now your soldier died, you have another soldier that can jump and make damage, and then you should be in. I'm gonna on pause now in 3, 2. Yeah, you're spotted here. That soldier missing all his rockets, that's why you're surviving that long. And you're gonna die really late. Get a scout, please, that's ridiculous. Your soldier is getting their medic, that was huge. I think that was the medic, I think. Your medic just should run now.
Alert.
Don't
The
even
control
fire
point is being
rockets, you're
contested.
losing vital time to build charge up. And yeah, B2's making the right decision coming back to last, because they tried to contest last and get your medic. You're up heavy, it's a good decision because they can have a suiciding wave of your medic on your medic just to get your charge off. And we'll see how this turns out. There was somebody going water. You can't go on this boxes anymore. And you're getting charged now. You should change now. You should change class because you have 100% charge advantage. I don't really understand what your team is doing right now. You're setting up as if you have charge disadvantage. And you, as a scout, should always not be the one staying on last because you need the ×2 or ×4 in the second CP. Soldier's doing a good job right now, checking for hiders. Somebody found the backupper in lower, destroyed him. You're staying on last. Switching weapons. Oh, and they're all coming into Riverside with crits. Yeah. Absolutely garbage there by your team, leaving you on last against the crit charge. Nothing you can do. This comes down to team coordination. And as you saw right now, your team almost kept second, but since they just had one scout with them instead of 2, they couldn't cap it in time. It's absolutely no fault. It's not absolutely not your fault. So you're not taking the same route anymore. The damage of the demo not coming towards you. You have good HP, you can play aggressive, you're going a bit aggressive. And now you should be moving forward. And you're getting into a stalemate situation now. Your demo gets 2 nice good picks, you're just capping. That's a good way of just ending the middle. I'm gonna unpause here in 3, 2, 1. You ended up on 150 HP, that means nobody really attacked you on the middle. Your team got a nice soldier pick in the first few seconds and you ended up on top left, basically having to make a decision if you want to go like in their elbow or sneaky or play like in their valley, or you want to go over point. And you made a decision to go over point, which is reasonably hard to do for a scout if the enemy team still has their demo man up, but your demo man in return managed to do 2 nice little frags. That's why you were able to do that. just imagine if you wouldn't have done these frags, you would have been running towards people basically that are looking directly into your direction, and it would have been much harder to actually do that thing. So next time I would just basically do maybe a little flanking move if you have good HP and your team has positioning. I'm gonna unpause here in 3, 2, 1.
Wait.
There's a sticky trap up, stickies are blown. Then we just blew his stickies, so no need to check for them anymore. You're checking hiding spots really well, it's really good of you, that's a good thing. There was a sniper, I think. Did I see a sniper on the balcony? Not too sure. There's some Uber exchange, you're staying out of it nicely, like you don't force your medic to Uber you, get into that. The demo is really out of position, you can focus him down with your scout partner. Good job. So that Uber from CC Propel just enabled you completely. The last point, they threw so much people on you, was absolutely not making sense there to lose 5 people for a second point.
Go on and out. I'll go on a second.
Victor.
Absolutely free.
Yeah, and I think you found your groove now of playing like playing on mids that you don't instantly rush the demo and take a lot of damage. You start to realize that with the buff on mids you can do a lot to their soldiers because their soldiers are really uncoordinated. You take their buff on, this is like perfect. If their can be sticky, I'm gonna buff I'm gonna pause now in 3, 2, 1. You saw the sticky I was talking about earlier, it hit you, you were 140 HP before the sticky hit you, and you went down to 40 within a split second, and you're up against 3, 4 people of blue in Valley on 40 HP, and that's what I'm saying. It's getting really predictable if you always go up mid and then fight around the point with buff that they at one point realize where the scouts are playing, and then they're just gonna focus you down, and that's what's happening now. I expect you to die within the next few seconds. I'm gonna unpause in. We untick 50,000 to 130, by the way. I'm gonna unpause in 3, 2, 1. You lag around a bit. You're still not down. You're down now. And then your soldiers just go huge and get 3 picks in return. So good job to your soldiers. It was a bad mid for you in that regard. There's still something contesting mid.
The control point is being contested.
The medic is staying alive.
The control point is being captured.
You're AFK a bit again in spawn. That ping. Oh yeah, you're talking about your ping spikes there. That just happened before. Your team should be able to just cap off second uncontested, really. And yeah, you should be able to push to last. You died to sticky trap. Nothing much you can do there. Maybe next time you go lower instead of like this, because that demo was up for a while and you couldn't see him on second or on top. It was quite obvious, or quite to be expected, that he sticked main to get this entrance frags and did a good job of getting you. Your Uber's in on last. Your soldiers are doing a really good job again, getting 3 picks, 4 picks now, and this should be around. Good job. So let's have a focus on your mids here again. I expect you to just go on the middle again, and if they know now how to handle you on scout, and if they can get you a scout frag every mid now and can you make you so weak, you have to adapt to it. It's going to be interesting to see how you do that. Yeah, you're not really taking that much damage from the demo now. You're still on good buff, focusing down at soldier really nicely, staying out and getting absolutely nice frags here. A bit of an overextend into the heavy because you got greedy. But I can't blame you. Like, you had momentum and bloodlust, so you wanted to keep on going. And crits has popped in big door. That heavy gets 2 frags. Your scout manages to get their scout. So you did a good job that mid. See, again, just pay attention to what the demo is doing, basically, in that the demo is not sticking you off and you take so much damage off him, and then you win all the mids. Because so far, you're hitting good shots. It's just that the demo destroys you from time to time.
Let's go!
So you want to go, check in here again. You're checking positioning of the enemy team. That's really nice that you check hiding spots in general, and that you're aware of your job in a team, because that's basically what your role is. You're just a scout. You're giving away positioning. So we have 6 people here. This is really risky. You could get flanked in lobby by someone. Your medic drops a soldier, and so you have Uber. You're coming in late here. You use the distraction, try to get your combo out of the situation, and you manage to do so. Good job, and nice shots. Let's pause. 3, 2, 1. My reasoning for that move that you just did with like going on to like 3 people that already were looking or watching in the direction of Riverside is that at one point as a player, if you feel that you're not doing enough in a push, you want to go for some sort of a hero play, or you want to turn it around by hitting 2 or 3 meat shots in a row, because you love to watch the cookie frag sets on YouTube or whatever. Thing is, you did a really good job of getting your medic out of the situation. You managed to get your demo out of Riverside as well. You should just team up with them again and form some kind of hold that your respawn wave can go to, and then from there attack the last point again. Instead, you rushed into Riverside, while basically the whole enemy team or the rest of the enemy team was already were already looking into Riverside. So just for next time, that is just not really necessary. Like, your life is always more valuable than the potential frag that you're gonna do, but you're not gonna get a frag 2 versus 3 or 1 versus 3 or whatever even. And they had a pyro, so which is just juggling you around. I'm gonna unpause in 3, 2, 1. Demo defends your medic nicely, and here's like the situation. Here's the positioning that I was talking about. You should be with them now, and you would get this frags easily. Now your demo has like to do some magic pipes to get the medic, and people of CC Purple are dying really late, so you're gonna have an awesome time to just rush into last. Your medic dies with pyro. That is really not good. But you're going for the last now. You start to equalize the frags. It's really good. You're destroying that soldier, and you're flanking now. Really nice. Good job. Yeah, there's nothing you can really do. You lost your medic really late, but they were sacrificing a ton of people to get that medic frag, or to get any frags basically, and they failed to do so. So it was a good job of your team to just say, okay, let's go to last. There's not going to be that much players on last. So again, you're going up this top entrance. They're linked already. They're reasonably quick on point. And let's unpause now. 3, 2. The demo on top stalled out your demo with 1 sticky to get him out of his sight, and basically afterwards he just started to sticky you in. At one point after the first few seconds, I think like after 3 seconds of your mid, you were on 75 HP, which is half of the amount of the HP you had last mid. So they start to focus you down again, and you weren't really paying attention to what their demo is doing. Your mid should always build around like, where's the demo looking? Is he sticking me off? Okay, he's sticking me off, so I stay defensive. And he's not watching me, so I just take the buff off his soldier, or I destroy him. But now you're gonna die to that scout on top right, I guess. That is right on top of you, and you're 12 HP. We're on take 67,300. I'm gonna unpause in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, so you get pistol down. They can take positioning top right. They're just picking people out one by one. The heavy classes are getting some picks in return. Vidru is going massive. And this mid is still contestable for you because your medic is up, and he was somewhere around Victor last time I saw him. Yeah, there he is. So you just connect with him. Go on point. Why is nobody playing? Yeah, exactly. You should block this. You should be able to block it. And you didn't step on point to block it. I don't know what you were thinking about that. Should have been yelling your job. You drop down into valley to fight a fully buffed soldier and a fully buffed scout. That was just poor decision making there by you, both of your scouts and your medic. Comes down to coordination. You can build now. Yeah, you build. That's really good. Just getting some percentage on the Uber. Their medic never died, so again, We're gonna see how you defend last. You're switching to pyro now. See, like you realize, oh, they have crits. You're reflecting some crit stickies. Doing a really good job here of just destroying people or keeping them out and making like a safe area for your team. But there's not much you can do against crits as a scout, because even on heavy you would die reasonably early. So it was a good attempt of just reflecting some crits. You're going back to choke because you're maybe realizing that your scout, that their demo is taking you a lot. So you have good HP here, you have positioning, and you're capping out the point. That's what you like. See, that's what you like to do. You like to just play near to the cap. So while you're fighting, you're capping this off. For me now, if you would play against my team and you would play against a demo caliber like Brigo, I would just call for him to basically work on you all the time, because your positioning is really predictable on every mid so far. You're not managing to get on the point. There's a crits versus Uber fight. You're flanking the people that are not watching you. Good job. Cap is off. You should be rushing last. Your team should be rushing last because they're still in Riverside. They will be on your left side here. You're distracting a bit. You can't just fight like a boss, but you're distracting, so your team should be able to get this frags off, and they are. So that was a good round.
Let's go, let's go, let's go! Oh yeah!
Deciding to go right side. You're dropping down, and let's pause here. 3, 2, 1. See, you were trying to do this jump to get onto top right. By the way, you're gonna practice this jump some more before you start to play good on Gully or Schmidt's. Like, you need to be able to do this basics just on the fly without thinking about it. You failed the jump and you decided to drop down lower right. When you decided to drop down lower right to take some eyes off and do some chipping damage, the most damage you do is about like 10 damage to someone, and they all just turn around to you and fire each one scattergun, one rocket, one pipe launcher each at you. So you had a buff on 150 before you began the mid. You did 50 damage to them, 15 damage to them or something along these lines, and you're down half of your HP now. So this mid, I can't imagine this mid is gonna go your way, or this is the way you want to play mids. You should be the one taking. You should be the last one to take damage on mids, and you should then be the one to deal a lot of damage because nobody's watching you. That's the way that scouts basically work, I guess. I'm gonna unpose in 3, 2, 1. So here you can't really help your team out that much. Now you have to grab ammo or medkit. That's the first real damage you do this mid. You get some nice shots on the scout, but then you die. So that's like, you didn't have any positioning because of this little messed up jump and then the decision you made afterwards. If you mess up the jump, just stay in valley, get another lice buff of your medic, and then go up point or something. But don't decide to show yourself and take that much damage for no real reason. I don't know if their medic is down now or not.
The control point is being
And
captured.
is that a sniper? Looks like a sniper that we're playing here. So yeah, now you can go for this sniper play we were talking earlier. You're guarded by your team. Team is distracting for you. You're maybe gonna get a nice little headshot here and get some frags out of this. And you manage to get the medic, so this is already huge. Yeah, your soldiers should maybe jump the point now, because you have heals and you're giving, like, your soldiers are now giving away the point for free, and I don't understand why your team is falling out that much now. This is really risky. If you stay behind your team that long, you're gonna survive on 15 HP. That was really risky, really risky play. Yeah, your team should have been a bit more ballsy there. Like, they had no heals, so if they want to work your team, they will have to sacrifice a lot of HP to do so, and maybe you got this frag. So as long as you have somebody in main to watch the main entrances, you can stay on top and just do that. But maybe there was nobody playing top, so I don't know. Oh, you're following that. Oh yeah, that was obvious. You were following that demo over the stickies, and you were aware of the stickies the first time because you were jumping over them, and then you decided to walk over them a second time. That was just really because you wanted that frag, and you chased it down. Soldiers getting a lot of frags here. Good job. And they Uber in scouts. Let's see what you can do.
Alert. The control point is being contested.
Point is blocked. You're checking really nicely. You're even checking pipes. This is really good. Like, you're really aware of where people could be. This is a really big plus I give you. That you know how to... What is your role in the team. Just a little tip for the building here. You don't have to get below 100 HP to actually be building. So I would never risk it to get to 44 HP, and you came to 44 HP a lot of times already now. There's a sniper in main. I don't know if you've seen him right now. I saw him from your point of view. He was just standing there. And yeah, you're checking for a spy. Just hiding a bit to see somebody. Maybe that's a good trap. Like if somebody runs past you to the point, you're in their back. They're coming in with charge. You managed to get on the balcony. The scout bro is trying to recap the point. Again, this is all just team dynamics. There's nothing I can help you with. This is a decision that your team made to go into lobby and fight them, and then didn't even force their charge up or whatever, so nothing that you really can change. We're gonna take 95,000, sorry. See, again, you're taking this rocket to the face. Like, you're trading a lot of damage that you take for reasonably small damage numbers that you do. And this is really just... This mid again came down because your soldiers won their one-on-ones. Yeah, again, you're going to the flank unbuffed. Like, you're not even default HP and you're on the flank with your scout partner. And your scout partner is backed up by your roamer, so why would you be here? Just go heal up. Now you should be going to the CP. Like, go to the cap point, cap it off, and then that's it. That's the only job you have as a scout in a team, in Uber or in team versus team situations. Instead, you always decide to do something before that, and now you're gonna get taken off because you lost a lot of HP. So I hope that helps a bit. You just have to get priorities straight in the right moments, because you're doing a lot of stuff right, but then you're doing basic stuff or really important stuff wrong at times. That medic is trapped. Your soldier is getting destroyed because he's missing all your his shots, and that medic destroys your medic.
Stupid!
Hiding underneath the point. You can go for a backup play, you know, like half of the CP is capped. Now you get the scouts. You and your scout partner are still on mid, fighting them. Let's pause here. 3, 2, 1. You and your scout partner got that frag, and you were uncontested to go to big door for a backup. Both of you had full HP. You were aware that they would come into choke, and you also saw that half of their second point was gone. So for you scouts, it would have been the smarter move to just go to second and backup it together. Even though they have a respawner coming in or two, you always can take these fights with a scout. Like two scouts again, one soldier or one scout is always gonna go in the favor of the two scouts. So now you start to think that you both scouts can take on a fully buffed soldier, and I don't even know if there's a demo around or something, but I would be really surprised if you win this fight. Like, you are down already, your smiley scout buddy is still alive, but he's not gonna drop this soldier, I guess. Gonna unpost in 3, 2, 1. He's falling back, so he's not really contesting that soldier. He should be on the backup. He should just go on the backup instead of fighting on middle. And now he's trying to fight their respawning waves in a one-on-one. It's just that's poor decision making, and you're forced out of second now. Out of mid even. I'm sorry.
The control point is being contested.
You're spotted, so you can't go to the right anymore. Should just some nice distraction pistol that you do here, but it's not gonna matter much. And you're not taking this one-on-one. This is good. Your scout buddy again tries to take this one-on-one, and he's gonna die in the lobby on his own. See, he's down, and you start to go on. Your team is on middle now.
Alert. The control point is being
It's really weird.
tested.
And now half of your team on mid decides to go back to second. Your medic is not following them. So this is just that's not team play here. This is just people playing a video game together. And they're gonna make you last,
The
yeah.
control point is being captured.
Is that cap gonna go through? Yep. Small wins is 3-on-1 or 2-on-1. So yeah. Your team is also making a lot of wrong decisions at wrong times. Like your scout partner takes a lot of one-on-ones, is getting really greedy. You have the same problem from time to time, but you're doing a better job of choosing your fights, I feel. Going up on this roof again. Taking the same sticky, let's pause. No, I don't think I have to force you now. I think at this point you will start to understand that the demo is doing the same thing to you every middle, and you fall for it every middle. So next time you just stop doing that. You know where he's gonna play, you know that he's gonna focus you, and you're gonna die. So we're not gonna pause and explain the same thing three times in a row.
Time has been ended.
It surprised me though that you're not able to adapt that quick, because you're really aware most of the times of your position in the game in terms of like checking for hiding spots and going back to your medic for a buff or whatever, but then you have a problem of priorities, just like not capping, not being on CPs fast enough, and not reading the middle, not reading what they do to you in the middle nicely. But you will learn it, pretty sure, and I hope this here helps you a bit. They're coming into Riverside now. You're reasonably useless on pyro. You're juggling that soldier around though, and they will stack the point with their demo. They have a lot of damage on you guys, and you can hold it. Yeah, you will hold it. That's awesome. Yeah, I think that came down really more to poor focus fire, poor coordination and stuff from CC Probal than actually you guys stepping it up that much. But obviously you were completely suspending that one soldier out of the fight for 5 seconds, and he got Ubered while that happened, so that was a big help for your team to damage the people on point. So yeah, the damage stops here, and it was a weird game to watch, to be fair. It was, we were down 4-0, and the your team came back to tie it and then to lose it again, and the end score was, I think, 7-4 for CC Purple. A lot of the stuff that you're doing wrong has to do with the positioning of your team and your understanding, like you're trying to adapt to them and then making the wrong decisions. The big problem on this middle, on this Gully Wash middle for you, was that your middle basically was always just underneath default HP. Like you had one middle where you had 150 HP, you managed to get 2 frags and then overextended into a fully buffed heavy that completely destroyed you. Other than that, you played on reasonably low HP all the time. Second of all, going to the cap points when you win mids, and you don't have to fear about getting flanked because the enemy team is outnumbered. If they decide to flank you once again, then that flanker is going to be alone, your team is going to be together because your guys are on the cap with your combo. Flank is absolutely not going to be a problem for you, so you just should cap. Other than that, do you have a good aim? Like you were hitting a lot of shots. And I think you have an internet problem from time to time. So I hope that helps you, and we can do this more often if you like. And if anybody else wants to get his demos reviewed, feel free to just send us demos here on the YouTube account and subscribe to us. Maybe you want to buy a TF2 muck as well. Take care, guys.